How to stop needing the 3D reality for validation. You know, you placed an order and you did everything right. You affirmed, you visualized, you script about it, and then nothing happens. Crickets, nothing. And your mind starts spiraling. Did I did everything right? Am I doing something wrong? What's happening? Why is that manifestation showing up? I've lived through the exact loop. And today I'm going to explain so simply that you will no longer need your 3D for validation. First thing that I want you to understand is that the 3D is just a mirror. I want you to imagine that you're standing in front of the mirror right now and to smile. Who smiles first? You or the mirror? Of course you. And again, wave. If you wave, who waves first? You or the mirror? You. And this is the reality. This how reality works. When you do something, it reflects. It's just a mirror. The 3D, it's nothing more than just a mirror. It reflects your inner state. It does not lead, it does not initiate, it does not create. You are the one that does it. It reflects always, only, and precisely. But here's the tricky part. Your ego is addicted to check the mirror first before it decides how it feels. So that means that your ego wants to check how the environment is around you, then decides how you feel. But why the ego wants the 3D validation? The truth is that the ego is not, it's not bad. It's not the enemy. It's the safety mechanism that we have built it from age 0 to 7. This is when it comes mostly from our childhood, when we were learning what is safe around us. Back then, your brain learned that it needs to check the word first before it decides how it feels on the inside. It waited for cues to see if a certain situation it doesn't go the way that we thought will go, then we shouldn't feel happy, we shouldn't feel good. This is how most of the childhood, because our subconscious mind is formed from ages from 0 to 7. So it stays like I said, like a protective mechanism that always wants to check what's happening first from the outside, then decide how you feel, so it doesn't hurt you. This survival mechanism becomes a habit, and we as adults, we use it for manifestation. That's why when we see the money in our hands or in our bank account, then we feel abundant. That's when someone tells us that it loves us, then we feel loved. We don't feel that feeling before it actually happens. You are never chasing the thing, you're chasing the state of being. This is what is to manifest, to assume the feeling before it actually comes. And the state always comes first from within. Just like the smile, you smile first and then the reflection in the mirror smiles as well. It's not the other way around. In the 4D, your imaginations, your thoughts, your emotions is the realm where everything already is created. If you can imagine it, if you can feel it, if you can see it intentionally, then that means that it exists on a timeline already. That means that you just have to tap in that timeline. You just have to jump from one timeline to another. Previous video I talked about the parallel realities, and that the time already exists and everything already exists. So it's the same thing. You just have to tap in the timeline that you want to live in. I personally believe in shifting from one timeline to another, to jumping from one parallel reality to another. It depends on what kind of frequency you are, and from if you operate from the higher of or from the lower self. Or so when you imagine that you already have the money, that someone already told you that it loves you, that you got the job, that means that already exists on a timeline, and you can switch from one reality to another. There's infinite possibilities. So that means that there's a version of you that has the dream life. There's a version of you that is broken. There's a version of you that makes $2,000 per month. There's a version of you that makes $500,000 per month. There's a version of you that is happy. There's a version of you that has everything that always needed. We just have to tap in the correct timeline. And if you want to learn more about that, go watch my video about the parallel realities. Now let's talk about the ego and the nervous system and the connection between them and how important it is. When you try to manifest with a dysregulated nervous system, you can absolutely do it, but it's going to be a lot harder because the nervous system has safety mechanism as well. So when you try to embody a new feeling, let's say that you already have the money, when you try to feel that you already have the money and you can hold them in your hand or you can see them in your bank account, this is something new for your nervous system because your nervous system is used to you not having money. And you having money and trying to imagine having money, it's something new. So it's scary. Remember, our nervous system, our brains, they don't know what is good and what is bad. So when you try to embody something new, to believe that something new that is true for you, your nervous system has to be regulated because otherwise we will try to sabotage you. We will try to prevent you from embodying that feeling or taking an action because it feels scary for the nervous system. So you have to calm it down. You have to make it a safe environment for the nervous system to embody the new thoughts, new feelings, new images in your mind, whatever it is. So you can do it smoothly and faster. Manifest with this regulated nervous system is just going to be a lot harder. Okay, so let's embody the version of you that already has it. Let's make this practical. Imagine that you're in front of the mirror and you have the money, you have the relationship, you have the job, you have the house, you have the car, whatever you want to have it. How does that version of you feel? Does it feel abundant? Does it feel empowered? Does it feel happy? Does it feel relaxed? Does it feel chosen? When you embody that, the mirror has no other choice, and this is a law. The mirror has no other choice than to reflect it in your 3D. And here's the wild part. When you keep showing this version of you to the mirror, it starts giving you circumstances, opportunities, more people, like-minded people. That's why things sometimes just shift at once because the version that you want to be stabilized already. There's nothing that can break it. So you know you have become it and you are waiting for the tree to react, and suddenly everything shifts and everything changes all at once. And let's talk about the part that people struggle with the most, the 3D lack, and why it's happening. You embody the state, you visualize, you feel it, and then nothing happens. Do you know why is that? This is because the 3D is dense. Thoughts are fast. It's like high-speed Wi-Fi, and matter is slow. It's like downloading a very heavy file that needs to come to you. This lack is the moment where people panic the most. But this lack is actually the most important phase. And it's because you learn to trust yourself. You learn that you are the creator. You're becoming stronger, which speeding up your future manifestations because you know how powerful you are. You understood that you are the creator and you know the power that you have within. So the future manifestations will feel much easier. And you will know how to play that game. And now let's talk about detachment and why not needing it makes it arrive faster. The moment that you stop needing the 3D for validation, the 3D starts working faster. And do you know why is that? Because when you're needing something, you're creating a resistance. That means lack, that means that you feel doubt, that means that you feel fear, and you're impatient. And when you have all of those feelings, guess what you're going to manifest? The same thing, right? But when you embody the state without needing the 3D, then you are telling the universe, I know I'm the creator and I know that my manifestation is here and it's coming. And I'm just waiting for my 3D to catch us up so I can see it in my physical reality. And then all of a sudden, everything accelerates. You see more opportunities, you see more circumstances, you see more people. Everything, it looks like it shifted in your way. It looks like the universe works for you. And that is because you didn't force anything. And it's because you finally aligned with the state that you want to be in your future. So you align with your future self. That's going to be all for today, guys. If you like this video, I would highly appreciate if you hit the like and the subscribe button. And thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna see you in the next one.